Hey friends, welcome to the craft room. I'm really glad you're here. This is on my current list of just get it done. This one's been sitting for quite a bit. We've actually already done a video on folk blooms, but it was a long time ago and is actually one of my first videos. So we're gonna refresh the video and we're gonna chat about folk blooms again because now I actually carry this pattern in the shop. It's new to the shop. So I'm really excited that I've been able to carry pen and paper patterns. They also did the sparrows quilt that we've worked on. And then another pattern I have in my shop is their buttons quilt. And we're going to work on that one in the future. But today, this is what we've got. We've got folk blooms. And I'm not a huge solids fan because I love scrappy quilts. But I am loving the way that this is coming together. So when I started this and I picked my colors, I had every intention of finishing it for fall. That obviously did not happen. So the goal now is to finish it for fall of 25. No big deal. Just keep pushing your timeline, then you'll always be on time, right? This one's coming together pretty quickly. This is one of those with a lot of pieces, just like the sparrows. So I'm going to encourage you again to label all your bits. So you can see down here I've got all of my little squares labeled. Each of my petal pieces are labeled. This just really helps me not feel like I'm drowning in pieces. I love this diagram that comes in the book. So obviously throughout the rest of the book they have instructions on assembly and getting all of this together. But I pretty much cut all my pieces and then I stay on this diagram because it tells me exactly where everything needs to go all in one look. As soon as you get a 1 or 2 blocks under your belt, that will make sense and you'll just be blazing through this. Okay, let's get started. These all have a yellow middle except for this guy, because I wanted it to kind of look like a sunflower. I think it's pretty cute. How we put this middle together, this is the easiest one for sure, is we stick these corners on. We are going to sew right on that diagonal. So every square that you see me use has this diagonal drawn through it already, and that is just corner to corner right through the middle of the block. But this one we will sew right on that line, put our ruler on that seam, and then trim a 1/4 inch off. And that is the same process we are going to go through every single one of these pieces. The only thing that changes is the size of the squares. So let's get this put together and then we'll start working through petals. There are our 4 corners and you can see right on that line that I drew. Let's put that off to the side because we'll do all of our trimming at once because we've got a lot of it coming up. So let's start with these top petals, these top 2. These petals are pretty simple because they have the same size square on both sides of this strip. These squares will point in at each other like that, and that will kind of give us that rounded look that you see up there. Let's do these 2 and then move on to the next. Okay, we'll leave those 2 in the machine, but we have both of those squares sewn on both sides. Next we're going to work on is the bottom petals right here. This strip is just a little bit smaller than the top petals, but here's what's a little bit different. We have the big squares in the outer corners, but this time those angles are going to be facing out instead of in. So big squares on the right sides pointing out, and then on the insides we have smaller squares, and this is what it's going to look like. It's important that this little one is on the inside. All right, let's get these sewn on and then we go to the next part. There's that side of the flower petal. And then this will be the other side. So you can see the little gap left up here. Done and done. Now the petals right here on the side. So this one has 4 pieces, where those ones only had 2 long ones. We will have one angle going one way and one angle going the other, so that we will have opposing directions. We will have 2 of each of these. All right, those ones are done. You'll have to believe me, I'm just gonna leave them there. Here are our leaves, last but not least. So these are 2 different sizes. Really doesn't look like it, but it is. And just as we were careful on those petals to get the small corner in the middle, we are gonna do the same here on these leaves. So small in the corner. Slightly bigger on the outside. I mean, just barely. I think it's like 1/8 of an inch bigger. Like, it's really not that much bigger. And then there we have the same look as those petals. Let's get those sewn up. Okay, sweet. So smaller squares on the inside again. Okay, whoa. Now let's go and trim all of this. So this is going to be the same exact thing like I was talking about for the corners there. We're going to put our 1/4 inch line from our ruler on top of our seam. We're going to find our rotary cutter. Oh, darn, why didn't I look there first? Find our rotary cutter and then trim. And this is what every single line is going to look like, every piece. Let's run through that. We are all trimmed all the way through. Let's go iron these open and then we'll do a dry fit. Okay, here are all of our pieces. Let's start laying this out. So our middles are going to be the white. If this one is top here, then it's going to be bottom on the opposite side. And then same with this one. It'll go there and then it'll flip-flop and go up there. And those are our side petals. There's our leaves. We'll get to those. These are the bottom petals. Again, make sure we look to make sure that our small squares are in the corners. And those are our top petals. And of course the leaves, which again, small corners in the middle. Last but not least, we have our stem, and that goes right there. So here's how we're going to assemble this. We're going to put these top 2 together and make one long skinny strip, okay? We're going to put the sides together, these 2 petals, and then connect them to the middle. This one's a little bit different because we're going to put the bottom petal with the leaf on both sides, and that'll give us a square, and then we will connect it to the stem. Let's get that far, and then we'll check back in. All right, let's put these back where they belong. Small pieces, sides, and top. So before we put this together, I have something I've learned. It is much easier to put this stem on the one than go and iron it open and then add the other. Maybe it's just because I don't like working with tiny pieces, but once that gets sewn on there, it gets really tight. Personal preference, sew the stem on one side, go and iron it, then come back and finish up with the other side. But here is a nice heaping dose of instant gratification. You're welcome. And there we are. Oh yes, quite lovely. We didn't have to do anything. It was all magic. I'm definitely noticing that this yellow is not the finest fabric choice I've ever made. But Kate a year ago made some choices that Kate today gets to work with. I'm really pleased with how this is coming out. And I'm sure at first you were like, tan flower. That is like the boring of all the boringest of flower colors. But when it gets in here with everything else, it makes sense. I'm not gonna lie, every time I make a tan one, I was like, a tan flower, who does that? But then it gets with the pink and the orange, and I think, oh, never mind. Why do I do that? So cute. I love how this one is coming together. I'm excited to get it done. I have some sashing. We're not gonna put it on today because I'm not quite done, but I just thought I'd show you how easy even the sashing is on this one. So we'll just pull that off to the side there. Each block will get a side sashing on the right side except for this end one. And then after all of those have the sashing on the one side, then we'll sew it all in a row. Once we have flower rows, then it just is a big piece of sashing in between each row. It'll look a little something like that. Super easy pattern. It really is. And if you're thinking, hey, that's a lot of pieces, I'm not sure it's as simple as you say it is. If you can sew on the diagonal and trim, then you have the skill set for this quilt pattern. So don't be intimidated. Promise me you'll at least give it a try. Head to the shop, grab this pattern and maybe some cute fabric while you're there, and give this one a go. You will not be disappointed. I love it so much. I'll be ready in fall maybe. I'm just kidding. I don't try to put timelines on myself because then I'm just disappointed when I miss them. We will see you next time, friends. Bye.